Hello, welcome to the State Room. This is our match preview of Leeds United versus Newcastle.
How are you doing, Lee?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good man. Right. Well, Lee, what I've done this time, right, is I've done like a template.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get this in order. So I wanted this to be a bit special with your new intro, which looks really good, by the way. Good colour selection, what you've picked. I like its subtleness. It's simple. It's easy. Let's get into it anyway. So Leeds United face another big test in the Premier League, this time at home against a strong Newcastle United. And I use the word United strongly, especially when it comes to Newcastle. Having watched them against Liverpool last time out, the shoe fight, determination, and plenty of character. They were hungry. They give Liverpool a big scare. 2-0 down, coming back to drawing to all. Only losing 3-2 on the 90 plus 10 minutes. Against the Premier League champions Liverpool. So, rightly, so we'll start with Newcastle, right? Newcastle's a city with one club, heavily supported, and what has become, in my honest opinion, a top six Premier League football club. Enters the match in really good spirits, despite losing 3-2 to Liverpool last time out. They went down to 10 men. Gordon got sent off with a straight red card. Tonali and Joe Linton went off with injuries in the second half and still managed to pull it back to 2-2. It was on a 90 plus 10 minutes. Liverpool substitute Ingham, Gunnar, scored the winning goal, but they show a lot of passion and commitment and desire. The Newcastle fans at full time stood up and clapped for the players, recognising just how much Newcastle put into that game. The players. I thought Eddie Howe, I think he's a really good manager. I think he's a really good manager, and it just fits into Newcastle like a glove. Do you know what I mean? I really do. What about you? You watched the Newcastle game via Liverpool. Do you think Newcastle played well?
I think Newcastle played well, but what Anthony Gordon did to Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah. He caught him, didn't he? He caught him. I don't think he meant to catch him, but he did catch him, and in Isaac Lord, it was a red card. Because even Van Dijk accepted Gordon's apology straight away, so it wasn't like it were malicious or like that.
No.
So Leeds United, right? They're also a one club, a one city club, aren't they? They arrive in slightly bad form, if you ask me, after being taught a lesson final against Arsenal last time out in the Premier League. Leeds simply couldn't deal with the quality and movement of Arsenal. Let's be honest, we show them too much respect, and we were taught a valuable lesson on how hard this league is compared to the Championship quality and the Premier League quality. And let's be honest, it's second to none. The Premier League is so much a better quality than the Championship. Leeds had a chance of gaining some confidence midweek against Sheffield Wednesday. We played a group of basically Sheffield Wednesday fielded a group of kids. And we couldn't. Despite having all the possession and all the shots and all the, we couldn't put those chances away.
No.
And we ended up going out 3-0 on penalties after a 1-1 draw in full time. So we didn't really capitalise. So that was a perfect opportunity to gain a bit of self-confidence going forward. Just couldn't take it, mate. And I'm a little bit concerned. Mate, with the form going forward. What about you? Losing to Newcastle. Losing to Arsenal, and then losing to Sheffield Wednesday on penalties. It's not the best form to go into a game, is it?
Not the best form of game, but I think Leeds can put band on what 2 losses are. Just get, I don't know, get a few points on Saturday or just get a point.
I'll be happy with a draw, but we'll talk about that as we go down the list, right?
Yeah.
Players to watch, like for Leeds United, Nonto. For me, he's a player to watch for on the Leeds United side. He's got the skill and pace to frighten any defender in the in Premier League if he's allowed to get into his stride.
Yeah.
I think he's got the trickery. He knows how to finish. He knows how to pass.
Yes.
He's got low centre of gravity. I think he's a player to watch for Leeds.
Yeah.
James on the opposite wing is another player to watch for me, with his pace.
Yeah.
He will try and break out at breakneck speed and play on the front foot as and where he can. But I do suspect he'll be using his pace to do a lot of defending as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bruno Guimaraes for Newcastle is a player to watch, mate. Yeah. He's a player, he's a truly gifted talent. And he's a playmaker who can up opponents without the opponent even knowing what happened.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's so good. He loves to tackle. Yeah. He loves getting stuck in. He reminds me a lot of David Batty, a former Leeds player, does Guimaraes. Loved tackling, loved the game, loved playing it. Well, Batty didn't love like football, but did he? But it were just a profession for him. But whereas Guimaraes, he's got a bit of everything. He's got, he's got the trickery. He's Brazilian. He's got the flair. He's got the style. Yeah. He's got the stamina. He's just a player what every Premier League club would love to have. Another player for Newcastle to watch, mate, Anthony Elanga. He's got bags of pace and loads of tricks. He had a fantastic season last season at Nottingham Forest, what ended his move to Newcastle. I fully expect him to have another good season at Newcastle. I really do. He's going to be a player to watch, and he's a key danger man for Newcastle. Yeah. Next up, can I talk? I want to talk a bit about the both goalkeepers, right? Both have abilities to make good saves, yeah. However, Pope who were linked to Leeds. Remember when he were linked beginning of the season to Leeds? Yeah. His biggest fault is with the ball at his feet. Yeah. He seems to shank a lot of balls out at play for throw-ins and stuff. But our keeper, Perry, is he wants too much time. He's good at, he's a good shot stopper, but he wants too much time on the ball. And in the Premier League, you aren't allowed to, you're not allowed to have that much time on ball because you get close. Because teams, especially like Newcastle, will press on, and it won't give him a moment's rest. So that could be a worry. What about you? What are you thinking about the goalkeepers?
Nick Pope, right?
Good save, isn't it?
Good save. But Lewis Perry, I know it's not. He's not.
He's just coming to Premier League, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's only had two games in Premier League. Yeah. He's only had 2 games in Premier League.
Yeah.
At Everton, he were allowed to have a few touches in box and make up his mind to what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
But against Arsenal, he were almost caught twice.
Yeah.
Because he was too lackadaisical. Well, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, because Nick Pope been in Premier keeper for ages.
Newcastle keeper, yeah. He's been in Premier League for a long time.
Yeah.
I think he's arguably second best English keeper we've got. Yes, I know. Pickford's a bit of a. If you put an hour in front of it, if you put an hour in front of after his peak, that's what he is. But he's a good shot stopper and he's a good penalty saver. Whereas Pope is a lot better. He's a lot better at shot stopping, but it's his distribution what lets him down. Right, Lee, I want to do a bit of a not a tactical breakdown. That's the wrong word, but I want to talk about Leeds' approach to this game. You know, I expect Leeds to play on the front foot as much as possible and to try and keep better possession of the football. Potentially building from the back and seeking to draw out the opposition before exploring gaps and can be more compact when we are not in possession of the football. So when we're not in possession, we're more compact as a defensive unit. Yeah. When we've got the ball, try and break out as best we can. Yeah. You know, the players will be hoping that the fans in the stadium will play a key part and make it as hostile as they did against Everton. Yeah. You know, what about, because we did make it hostile against Everton. Yeah. You know, that's what a packed Ellen Road can do. What about you, Lee? How are you expecting Leeds to approach this game?
All we can do a place against season like
Everton.
Yeah.
That first half, in particular, yeah.
First half. But I can't see. I know Newcastle might do a bit of good chance in the first half as well.
Yeah, you're expecting Newcastle to be a tough opponent then, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because they're a good side, mate. They really are.
Yeah.
Right, so Newcastle's approach, right? I think Newcastle will approach will also want to start on the front foot and will want to play the majority, to have majority of possession of the ball. Yep. And set pieces could provide decisive, giving the aerial powerless, of their defending and attacking players. They are strong both defensively and they're not too bad in attack either, mate. They're really not. You know, if you have you got what you want to say about Newcastle? Do you think they're going to approach it?
I think Newcastle do Leeds probably the first half. Probably Newcastle have more better chances than Leeds the first half. But the second half, probably Leeds do better in the second half.
Yeah, well, I think what Newcastle is going to have to also do is weather storm a little bit. Because Leeds have been wanting to get off to a flying start, but they've been at home again. You know, and they'll want to try and get a result. You know, because we need to score enough and play a goal in Premier League. I know we did it against Sheffield United, but again, that we struggled to get that up. We struggled to get one. You know, we created the chances, just didn't have a finisher. Right, the head-to-head record league since 1995. Right, I've only gone back to 1995. We've played them 29 times. Yep. Leeds United have won 7 games. Newcastle have won 14 games, and there's been 8 draws. Mm-hmm. So Newcastle have got the edge over us.
Yep.
The atmosphere and support, in the stadium, the support from both clubs will be fantastic. As I said earlier, clubs have only have one club city in the cities. The atmosphere will be amazing, and I really hope the game matches the support from the fans. Yeah. Right, so possible lineups, Lee. I feel Leeds will play with 4-2-3-1 again, like we normally do. Mm-hmm. I think Newcastle will go 4-3-3. I just want to share screen. So this is how Leeds lined up, right? So this is what I think he'll go back to after Penny in goal. Bogle, Goodmanson, Stroik, Rodon. I think they'll be a back 4. Gruev and Stack as your 2 holding. Tanaka, James, and Nonto. And then Perot leading the line. I think that's what he's going to do.
No, Tanaka's not playing.
Oh, no, Tanaka can't play, can he? Sorry, no. You're right. I'll touch on that in a minute. You're right, mate. So Tanaka ain't going to play. So who comes in for Tanaka?
Probably Longstaff.
You think Longstaff will start the game?
Get his own club.
Yeah, well, and because he's out with his MCL, isn't he? His Tanaka. Yeah. And Ampadu's out with his knee injury. But we'll touch on that in a minute. Yeah. But this is how Newcastle set up against Liverpool. Pope, Trippier, Scar, Joe Linton's out injured. Tonali's out injured. I think Scar's out injured. He's got concussion. Gordon's suspended. Oh. Barnes, Elanga, Livramento, Dan Burn, and Bruno Guimaraes. So they will have to make some changes, at least 4
Possibly being Botman.
Botman for Sky, yeah.
Uh,
Lewis Hall for Joe Linton, maybe, or Gordon.
Yeah, and probably work.
Or Miley.
Right.
Willock or Miley for Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what he's going to do. So let's go back to this. So we've touched on the formations they're going to play, Lee.
Yeah.
Right, the key battles, Lee. Midfield duel, right? I'm a firm believer that games are won and lost in midfield.
Yeah.
And this is certainly the case. If you can't win the first ball, you better make sure that you win the second ball, because if not, you're going to end up, being put on the back foot constantly. The frank play down the wings and wide players on both sides will be crucial in penetrating the defences and delivering crosses. Alanga's pace will be key for Newcastle, and James's pace will be key for Leeds.
Yeah.
Set pieces. Leeds will have to be at their best and switched on when it comes to defending, especially with Newcastle set pieces. Dan Burn is a strong player in air.
Yeah.
He likes to get his head on things when it comes to set pieces, and Leeds are just going to have to be a bit more clinical with our set pieces, because I think set pieces plays a big part in games of football. Right, the bench impact league substitutions can play a key part in this game.
Yeah.
Now, Leeds United, Daniel Farker. I've always been a bit suspect with the substitutions he makes them when he makes them. Like 70 minutes.
Yeah.
I think he needs to be a bit more decisive. If something's not right, he needs to change it. You know what I mean? Don't wait till 70th minute, make the changes.
Yeah.
Eddie Howe's is good at his substitutions. So I think the substitutions are going to be crucial as well. Yeah. Right, so injury updates, right, and suspensions. Later with Ampadu with a knee injury, like you said, and Tanaka with MCL, which is a bad injury, and he's not available for the game. Newcastle without Gordon, who got suspended for a straight red card against Liverpool. Fabian Scar suffered with concussion during the Liverpool game, so won't be available for selection. Sandro Tonali will be unavailable with a shoulder injury, and Joe Linton is possibly unavailable with a groin hip injury. So that's your injury problems. I mean, look, the two players we're missing, Tanaka and Ampadu, I think are our most key players in their position to play, respectively. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Ampadu keeps it ticking. Tanaka's, I like Tanaka, I really do. Yeah. So I think we're going to a bad miss for Leeds, but Newcastle, Gordon missing, Share missing, Joe Linton missing, and Tonali missing. They've lost two of the three in midfield, and I think that's going to be a massive problem for Newcastle going forward. I really do. Yeah. They'll be itching to get them back. I tell you, because that Gamaris, Joe Linton, and Tonali are probably best free for partnership in the whole of the Premier League. Yes. Right, Lee, so let's finish with your final thoughts, and then I'm going to get your score prediction.
My final thoughts, I like Newcastle.
Yeah.
I like Newcastle fans.
Yeah.
I like Newcastle style to play football.
Yeah.
I like, but I like Newcastle fans and the style of football because.
Where can Leeds get a bit of success in game, Lee? You look at them players. Who stands out for you? Who could be crucial in that Leeds United starting 11?
Probably Goodmanson.
Right.
and probably Stack.
You think they're the two players?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sticking with James and Nuncho. I think we're going to need them players to be on it.
Yeah.
I really, well, I really do.
Yeah.
The players who worry me for Newcastle are Bruno Guimaraes and Elanga, honestly, and Dan Burn with his set pieces. I just think. I think you've got Bruno Guimaraes in your team. You've got a fighting chance of winning any game you come up against. I think it's going to be won and lost in midfield. I think midfield's going to be the key battle.
Yeah.
And I also, I'm like you. If we get a draw from this game, I'll be absolutely over the moon with it. If we get a win, I'll be ecstatic with it.
Yeah.
So, finally, to finish off, what's your score prediction?
Finally, I think Leeds might really get 3 points.
You think Leeds could get 3 points? What score are you going for?
3, I think 3-1 to Leeds.
You're going 3-1 to Leeds?
Yeah.
I think this could end up 2-1 either way. But I've got to back Leeds in this game. I have to back Leeds, and the reason why I've got to back them is because they desperately need a win.
So Newcastle need a desperate win though.
Yeah, but we're at home.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-1 Leeds. I'm going to go 2-1 Leeds. You're going to go 3-1 Leeds. I'm going to go 2-1 Leeds.
Yep.
Let us know in the comment section down below what you think the score prediction is going to be. Hope you've enjoyed this preview. I just wanted to do this preview to prove to myself that I can actually do a decent preview rather than just going off the cuff. But yeah, how did you think that preview went? Do you think now that I had a bit of structure, do you think it went well?
I think I went well, yeah.
You enjoyed that side of it?
Yeah, I can't wait to see Newcastle fans.
Ellen Road, it's going to be packed, isn't it? They're loud, aren't the Newcastle fans? They're very loud.
Yeah, come on.
You couldn't hear Liverpool fans when at their ground, you couldn't hear a single Liverpool fan.
Oh, it's probably that 50-50 Leeds United fans sitting on Newcastle sitting as well.
Yeah. You mean atmosphere with each other?
Yeah.
I was going to say stadium. It'll be like 70% Leeds and 30% Newcastle, won't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, what else you want to say?
Hopefully, Leeds can get 3 points on Saturday.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of Leeds fans will be with you. Newcastle fans, of course, will be hoping that they can get 3 points as well. That's the other side of it. But yeah, do you want to thank everybody, Lee?
Thank you for watching Leeds Day Film.
It's a goodbye from me, guys.
And goodbye from me.
Take care, look after yourself. See you all soon. Bye-bye.